Welcome back, folks. There it is, a live shot of Joliet, Illinois. That's the Will County Courthouse. It's about an hour from Chicago, downtown Chicago. Will County, nice community out there. I spent some time out there and actually spent a little bit more time in Bolingbrook, which is where all of this took place. And that's where Drew Peterson lives. So this is his county, his neighborhood. They didn't go anywhere to try this case other than from where Drew Peterson is from, and Kathleen Savio was living as well, folks. So our coverage continues of the Drew Peterson case. Mike Brooks is with me, and Mike, we do. Mike, stand by, okay? I've got a very special guest I need to introduce right now. We've got all these great viewers out there. The 13th juror. Well, today's 13th juror is literally a 13th juror because she's been inside the courtroom. Tony Aquilico joins me. She has been inside the courtroom not once, not twice, but 3 times. Right, Tony?
4 times.
4 times. Okay, I stand corrected.
Yes.
She's been in there 4 times, so your opinion is very valued by me, Tony, and I appreciate you coming here. Let me start first with your big picture impression on how things are going, because I know you watch trials all the time. You're in the courtroom watching this one. From your 4 days inside that courtroom, who do you think's winning?
The defense.
Really?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, the defense.
And why do you say that?
They are like the puppeteers in that courtroom. Whatever they say goes. They are so prepared. They have dirt on every prosecutor's witness. The judge sides with them all the time. It's really maddening, actually.
Okay. So Tony, and it's always a fine line for the defense, right? And these guys are experienced. They're very good. They're very smart. They know what they're doing. Do they come across it all as being, a little too prepared, a little too slick, or is it just that they are commanding this courtroom?
They are commanding. I mean, yeah, they are a bit cocky, but I think that positiveness that they show through the whole thing, I mean, even if they have a bad ruling, they're smiling, and if I was a juror, I would be there. They have no problems. Everything is going their way.
And they don't wear the sunglasses inside the courtroom, right?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Okay. Now, how about Drew Peterson? You've been in there, 4 days of this trial, Tony, as someone just observing Drew Peterson, because the jurors in the box will do the same thing. What impression do you have of this guy?
Well, when the court is in session, he sits and he takes notes, and he's very professional, like so unlike the Drew we know outside of court. But when the jury's gone, he stands at his table facing us and stares at every one of us. And if you're blonde, you'll get a wink.
Whoa.
I haven't gotten one.
Why don't you wear a wig when you go in there for the 5th time and do a little
I was
experiment?
thinking about it. I was thinking about it.
I know you were, Tony. All right, so what has surprised you the most about seeing this case? Because I know you've been following this story since Stacey Peterson went missing. What has surprised you the most about what you've seen inside the courtroom?
It's what I'm most upset about is everything that can't get in. Everything that the jury is not being able to hear. It's not giving the full picture.
And that is always a challenge for prosecutors. In this case, even more of a challenge, because the whole reason that we're hearing this case is because of what happened to Stacey Peterson, that she went missing, that no one's heard from her, but the jury's not going to hear anything about that. They'll hear her name, and I don't know what they know going in. How about prosecutors in this case? You've talked a lot about the defense. What sort of impression do you have of the folks who are representing the people of the state of Illinois?
Well, the lead prosecutor, he hasn't done anything, and he stares down at his whatever he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. The woman, Ms. Patton, I just think she needs to learn how to ask a non-leading question, because there's so many objections that it's getting really distracting, and it's mostly, well, not mostly, but a lot of times because she does ask a leading question and doesn't lay a foundation.
You've got all the terms down. You've been watching your in session, Tony.
Oh, I love this.
All right.
Absolutely. I missed my calling as a lawyer.
Well,
But
let's
now
talk
I'm
about
a little,
the jury, though.
mini Jean.
You got your
Okay.
notebook, right? Let's talk about the
I have
jury,
my
though.
notebook with. Okay.
What have you noticed
jury,
about
they
this
are
jury? Sometimes body language can tell you something. Maybe you've seen them, perk up at a certain moment or something. What have you seen from your 4 days inside the courtroom from this jury?
I do have a moment. Usually they're very stone-faced. They don't, nothing. They're poker face. Taking notes, lots of notes. But there is one man who sits on the top, closest to us, and he's a little squirrely. He looks all around. He loves looking at the reporters. But yesterday, when Brodsky put up the documents of Drew not being in court those 2 days, he went like this.
Oh, man. That's not good for our prosecution team inside
Not
the
good at
courtroom.
all.
That's a little rough. So,
Yes.
what is it? Why you're from Chicago, right?
Right.
All right, so you're getting up early in the
Actually, I'm
morning and
from-
commuting back and forth, or are you staying in Will County for this one?
You know, next week I'm gonna get a hotel room, but this week I've been driving back and forth. I get up at 4, I leave at 5, I put my makeup on the way here, and I get in line at 6, and wait. And I'm usually first.
One suggestion from Mike Brooks had a suggestion that you don't do the makeup while you're driving. Please don't do that. But
Okay, Mike.
how about this, Tony? Inside that courtroom, you're spending a lot of time there. You're really into it. We understand you're noticing everything. How about your friends and family? Have they commented about your interest in this case? And, what? Tony's doing what? She's doing what? What do they have to say about all this?
My mom is the same way. She loves you. She wishes she could be here. She lives in Elkhorn. We went to the Mark Jensen trial together.
Okay.
From Wisconsin. Yeah, so she understands it all. And my friends, they just know that about me now. They understand. I post on Facebook about it. Some people are like, you might be, you're kind of not getting a lot of positive energy through yourself, and this is probably not good for your soul, but I don't take that.
But then again, it is.
Yeah. Well, so the bottom line here, Tony, as we stand from your time inside the courtroom as our 13th juror, despite the fact that you, like me, lean towards the prosecution, you have not been convinced, and you would actually at this point have to say the case has not been proven.
Absolutely.
All right, Tony, if you stay in town, we would like to stay in touch with you and check in with you every once in a while to find out if you've heard or saw anything that might change your mind.
Okay, and Vinny, all my online people on justicequest.net love you, and we miss you because we don't see you as much anymore.
All right, well, you'll be seeing more of me. Don't worry about it. Tony Quilco,
good.
our 13th juror. Say thanks so much, Tony.
Thanks, Vinny.
All right. All right, folks, we've got a lot more straight ahead. Our coverage of the Drew Peterson murder trial continues. Beth Karras